Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Guys, let's talk about Julius Malema's case. The case has been dragging on and on and on and on. It's been a long time now. I thought they were done with their heads of argument. They were only waiting for judgment to be passed. Unfortunately, the state prosecutor brought up a new element to the case, to the matter, and the defense lawyers had to start all over again with their heads of arguments. Julius Malema has become very impatient with this case now. According to him, accused number 2, which was his bodyguard at the time of the event, has done nothing wrong. Why is accused number 2 being accused of something that he did not do? So that is his standpoint. Julius Malema feels that accused number 2 has to be released because really he has done absolutely nothing wrong, and the prosecutor tries by all means to find something wrong that the accused has done. So instead of the judgment being deliberated, the case is being delayed for no apparent reason. For those who don't know what is happening here, let me remind you, Julius Malema was accused of discharging a firearm in a public space. That was during the EFF event at Eastern Cape. Yes, somewhere in Eastern Cape. So the charges that he is facing is the charge of discharging a firearm in public. That's according to the prosecutor. Julius Malema is patiently waiting for the outcomes of this case, and it is not coming to an end anytime soon. It was postponed to September 29th. That is when the judgment will be deliberated, hopefully. Let us listen to what Julius Malema is saying. He is not happy at all. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comments, guys. And I'll see you on this case of Julius Malema on the 29th of September 2025. For the final judgment, of course. See you then.
Well, we have closed our case, and arguments have been made in this political trial. Since 1994, there shouldn't have been any trial of this sort. You can see that this is driven by particular motive. And in a normal magistrate court, the magistrate would have passed judgment and say, I will send my reasons later, because matters have been canvassed with for a very long time. And these heads of arguments were submitted to her by December. She had ample time to go through those heads of arguments and formulate some sort of an idea and come and listen to the verbal arguments. But she should be having an idea by now and say, okay, given the following reasons, which I will submit in writing later, I am acquitting or finding them guilty. But you can see clearly that it's a political trial. A lot of maneuvering needs to be done, and they will now decide as to whether they are moving which direction. It's going to be interesting because the state says they've got no evidence, none whatsoever, against accused number 2. And the prosecutor, in his fake 50 years of experience, says that he's not disparate for conviction. He's here to help the court. And he says he did so for accused number 2. But he has never said the accused number 2 is innocent. When he couldn't find him guilty, when he couldn't find him guilty on 2 charges, the prosecutor tried other things outside what the accused number 2 was charged for, which is a sign of a disparate. It's a disparation that there must be a guilty verdict at all costs, because he can't claim that, I know I'm an officer of the court, I'm here to assist the court. When people are innocent, I say they are innocent. Like I said with accused number 2, where did he say that? He's lying. He never said accused number 2 is innocent, because we wouldn't be here if he said accused number 2 is innocent. If he wanted to say that now in reply, he should have said so. He must not create an impression that he said accused number 2 is innocent. He went to town trying to bring in new charges in the closing argument, which is not allowed. And that is a sign of a desperation. The case has crumbled before the magistrate, and the prosecution messed up the case, and they must take full responsibility. But it's always the case. When you pursue politics instead of pursuing the law, whether you like the person or not, you must look at what does the law say, not what are my political feelings or views about this particular individual. That's what makes it a political trial, which comes to an end today, and we'll wait for the judgment.